Hi guys, and I'm Lizzie, and this is Lizzie Reads, and welcome to my December wrap-up. Yes, I'm going to talk about these books fairly quickly because I've spoken about a lot of them in a few previous videos. I'll link all down below and etc, etc. But a few of them I'll go into a little bit more detail. I've had a pretty good reading month, so let's get on to the books. First of all, I listened to an audiobook was Eragon by Christopher Polini, which I think is how you pronounce his name, and it's from the Inheritance Cycle, and it's about a young boy called Eragon who finds a dragon egg, and it's a lovely fantasy story, and it's about how basically it's a very typical fantasy story. It's all about how this blows apart his life, he goes on an adventure, etc, etc. And I really liked it. I did enjoy it. I haven't really been compelled to pick up the next book yet. Might do it eventually. Might just leave it as it is. I think if I suddenly get an interest I will. But I did really enjoy it. I love the dragons. I love the history, the world, the past, etc, etc. So yeah, that was quite a good one to start with. And then the second book I read was another one that I don't have with me, and that was Royal Wedding by Meg Cabot. And I've spoken about that loads, how much I love The Princess Diaries and how this was the perfect finishing little book for this year, like for the series, sorry. And I really loved it. I enjoyed it so much. It was the final book of the series. It was about the royal wedding. She married my favourite love interest. Did she marry the favourite love interest? Yeah, she was getting married to my favourite love interest. There was so much going on, and it wasn't just like, oh, we're getting married now, we're so in love, blah, 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 blah. There was more to the story, and it did feel the very same vein, etc. But yeah, I really loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It made it to my top books of the year. So if you want to hear more about it, then watch that video. Well, the next book I picked up was a graphic novel. It was Jughead by Chris Zdarsky, and Erica Henderson. And it was Jughead Volume 1. I just repeat that like 5 times, but oh well. And this is one of the Archie comics, the remastered ones in 2015, that sort of inspired I think it's CW's Riverdale, and I love Riverdale, so a friend bought me this for my birthday, and I did really enjoy this. It wasn't different from the TV show in a bad way, but because I already had the TV show in my head, I had certain expectations of what I wanted from this, and it didn't deliver those. But I loved Jughead as an asexual character, even though I love him and Betty as a couple or whatever, but I did love him as an asexual character, and I wish that as much as I love them, they'd introduced him being asexual in the TV show straight away. I don't know if they're going to I'm not really sure if they're going to even include it at all. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was quite whimsical. There's quite a lot going on, and I loved the I just loved it really. But the only thing is, I didn't really like the superhero-y little asides. Didn't really pack a punch with me. So. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's just different to the graphic novels that I've sort of been enjoying this year. Next is another birthday book that I read, and that was The Worm and the Bird by Coralie Bickford Smith. And I read her first sort of illustrated book last year, The Fox and the Star, and I really liked that. And I did really like this. This one wasn't as enjoyable. I think the story was a little bit, I don't know, it just fell a little bit flat for me. It was interesting, as interesting as very minimal words can be, but well, of course minimal words can be interesting, but it's very beautifully illustrated, and I did enjoy the sort of 10 minutes. I spent a bit longer on it because I was pondering the pictures, etc. But I did enjoy it, but it just wasn't as good as the first one, I think. But that's probably just me and my cynicism. I'm not really very cynical, actually. Then we have another book that I've spoken about in another video. I think it was a Books Beginning with Christmas video I did. I'll leave the link down below. And it's My Grandma and I, or Should That Be Me, by Caroline Taggart and J.A. Wines. And it's just a book I read because I really want to sharpen up on my grammar. It's not working very well, but I keep throwing back to it, and I've got loads of tab pages and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really rate this because I thought, well, I don't know how to rate it. But yeah, it was good. It was interesting, it was very helpful, I had a lot of knowledge. So yeah. Yes, so the next book I have to talk about is I Hate Fairyland, a graphic novel by Scotty Young, and it's basically about a young girl who gets trapped into fairyland, and I really enjoyed it because it's just so colourful. I'll just show you that, and it's so sarcastic and cynical, etc. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this, and I'm definitely going to be going on Now, another books, well, two books that I've spoken about a lot, and that's The Cuckoo's Calling and The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith. I've spoken about these so much, I don't think I can speak about them anymore, except I love them. So I love them. They were crime novels based around a ex-army private detective called Cormoran Strike and his secretary, as I have done in every video where I've spoken to them, because she's a bit more than that, Robin Ellicott, and they're very character driven, but the mysteries were really exciting and enthralling as well. Yeah, and I really enjoyed these, so yeah, that's what I read. I gave them both 5 stars, made it to my books of the year. You'll hear more about them there. Now, I haven't really spoken about this one anywhere, but it is Portrait of a Murder, a Christmas crime story by Anne Meredith. And I did haul it and add it to my TBR, and I read it, but I kind of had to force my way through it. It wasn't really what I was expecting. I wanted like a Christmassy classic crime story, but I wanted a mystery essentially. But by page 50 I knew who the killer was because it was told to us. We heard from their perspective. I should have done more research into it when I picked it up, but I just thought, oh, this will be perfect for Christmas, little mystery, because I was on a bit of a mystery hype. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. I got my way to the end because I thought it's Christmas, I'll just read this story. But it didn't even feel very Christmassy. Most of the story happened after Christmas. But yeah, it just really wasn't for me. But yeah, I'm sure some people would really love this. But yeah, just not for me, I'm afraid. And next we have a book I've spoken about in so many videos now, even has its own review, and that is The Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell. And basically, I can't figure out another way to describe it other than the ways I've described it in all the other videos. It's about a lovely girl called Stella. She's got 3 friends, or 2 friends and sort of a boy that's just there, and well, you know how these middle grade novels work, whether they end up with friends or not, I can't tell you. But yeah, it's a lovely adventure fantasy story with lots of amazing creatures. It's really engaging. It was the last book I read of 2017 and I bloody loved it. I enjoyed it so much. I can't wait for a sequel. I absolutely am ecstatic. Can't wait for a sequel. Oh, sorry, touching on my face and everything. But yeah, that's what I've got. That's all I've read in December. I mean, I went through it so quickly. But a lot of books I don't really know how to talk about them. They're just sort of quick little short books, or books I didn't really like very much, or books I love so much that I don't even know how to talk about them. So yeah, it's a nice little bit of a mixture, but I'll just link everything in the description down below. Sorry if I'm a bit ill, but goodbye. Thank you very much for watching.